Okay, this one's for the ladies. This was for the ladies. Women, you guys are so vulnerable. You have to, women, you guys are so vulnerable. And you guys are so vulnerable at such a young age. This is a video from 18 and up. If you made it this far and you still have your soul, if you made it 18 and you still have purity about you, you know, all praises to the Creator for protecting you. That's the only reason why, especially living out in the West. Because the predatorial forces, evils that you have to navigate from to keep your spirit from being tainted and destroyed, and then you wake up 25, 35, 45 like, what did I do? It's gonna take you right now to make a commitment that you will try to be as pure as you possibly can in a defiled land. And you can do it. You definitely can do it. Me as a man, I used to always have this mentality, and I've been through a lot in my life, but I used to be having a mentality, I still had this mentality, I was like, shoot, if I'm pure, there's gotta be at least one person out there that's pure, like on the opposite end, like the opposite sex. If I'm pure, there's gotta be at least one woman, and my own self was my own hope. But it's not about me, so this is just about trying to, drop some game, some truths to the woman or to a man who actually listen to this, who can send this to a female and have them think you might be telling her this stuff and let her hear from a different point of view. But women and men are vulnerable to demon possession, and demon possession can come from in any stage of life. It can come to that child when that child is in the womb. That's how deep it is. But we're talking about the young child, the young woman who still has her wits, her sound, she's pure about herself, she's pure towards people, and she's still trying to navigate in this world. And guess what? You're gonna be outnumbered. You're gonna be so outnumbered. And you still can do it. But it's gonna take you your chastity of mind, you being able to go against the grain and be strong. You're gonna have to work out. You're gonna have to learn martial arts, jiu-jitsu, some kickboxing, stuff like that. Reason why I say that is because you're gonna have to be able to stand on your own too. And no matter what, you're gonna be like, nah, this is who I am. And you're gonna have to be able to move and navigate through the world like that. And those things give you that confidence. Besides spiritual awareness, knowledge, you're gonna have to read. You're gonna have to read Bible, you're gonna have to read psychological books. You're gonna have to do a lot of praying. You're gonna have to do a lot of fasting. You're gonna do all that just not to be scaled in this world where that you waking up in your 30s like, what have I done to myself? And now you talking about where all the good men at, when most people who are like that, they've met their good men and they didn't value them. And now they are in the bed with demons. They lost their soul, and half the time they don't even know how to get it back. They don't know how to get it back because they've been so far gone from being themselves, that they think that they are themselves. They think that how they move and how they think is natural. The possession can take you on that level where that you think that you are you, and really you not. You not. You might have friends like that. You might have mothers like that, aunties like that. You may have people that you respect and admire. They might not even be themselves. They might have lost themselves decades ago. They still put on makeup, still put on perfume, still buy you lunch, still talk girl talk with you, know, all that type of stuff. But they really not the person that you thought they were, or whatever the case may be, because they've been ruined and destroyed. They've already been consumed by spirits. And they're not going to tell you about that. They're not going to tell you, hey, they're not going to feel like that. They may not even feel like they've been finessed by spirits. But most humans on this earth do get finessed by spirits and are taken over by spirits. And you rarely find the bunch that say, no, run away, don't do that, there's no turning back, you know. And what I understand, like, for most women, once you get humbled by a man, especially pretty, let's talk about pretty women. And let's just talk about pretty women. Okay women, we'll talk about y'all later. Ugly women, we'll talk about y'all later, because there's ugly men, ugly women, all that type of stuff. You know, it is what it is. But you get the pretty girl, and she's not protected. She doesn't have a covering, a father. And she meets men. Lord knows, in this society, you can meet a woman, you know what I'm saying? But a woman can meet a woman. But let's keep it hetero. And she has an ego. She's like, I'm all this, I'm fly, and she be humble. She can be easily broken when she's given herself to a man who didn't value her like she valued herself, who didn't love her like she loved herself. So when that person gets humbled and is heartbroken, that's when you easily can be taken by an unwelcome spirit. And from that day on, you're never yourself again. And it's a possibility you will never be yourself again if you let it get too out of control. But that's what you find. That's why you see such masculine women with all these tattoos and all these different type of bad behavior. It's because the spirit has taken over, because that little girl has been hijacked. She thought she was special, which she was, but she didn't have anyone to protect her and guide her and give her wisdom from the protection that she was supposed to have. And since she didn't get the protection that she was supposed to have, now it's anybody's game. It's anybody's game. Anybody's game. And it's sad. And she doesn't have no one else to blame. I mean, of course, we would want our parents to be like, you know, how come you didn't protect your little girl or stuff like that? But you still have your right from wrong. And since you didn't choose, since you wanted to be an adult, since you wanted to play the adult, now you suffer the consequences of playing the adult. The consequences of playing adult. Adults have some real consequences that they have to face at times. You know what I'm saying? Real consequences. So if you have been able to scathe and navigate, and you still got your spirit about you, because that's what unfortunately this society and this world is really designed to break people. Because there's people who's passed on, who who don't want to move on, so they look for broken people to live in. Yeah, you heard me. They look for broken people to live in. As soon as they see that, they're going to take over. If you don't have the spiritual light, if you're not vibrating at a high level, at a pure level, you can be taken over, and you'll be doing stuff that you never thought you, would be doing. And it's because you've compromised. You can't compromise in life. You have to really, really fight a pure fight. And it's not easy because everyone around you is not caring. It's not important for you to fight that fight because they've given up. And then they're not who you think they are. But you always had to speak in codes because videos like this, instead of me dancing and doing stupid stuff, it ain't gonna get that many views. I'm okay, but all I desire is to be an inspiration to one person, to help that one person. That's all that really matters. Just that one person to hear this knowledge, because I've got knowledge when I was young that helped protect me throughout my life. I'm like flipping, I don't know, like 12, maybe younger. And this older man was just telling me stuff, and I was just like, okay. And it's been some of the biggest shield against this evil world. So I have to give it back. You know what I'm saying? And I'll give it back more than just this video. But I'm just saying, you have to protect yourself because the people around you are not really aware of certain stuff. So you have to seek out what this world is really about. You have to read and understand, and you have to really go against the grain. First of all, you got to pray. Ask the Creator, protect me. Pray that He protects you, guide you. If you're not doing that, that's what you need to start. And if you the type of person like, oh, I really don't believe in spiritual stuff, then that, you already lost. You already lost. But I'm not talking to the people that's lost. I'm talking to people who's trying. You better test it. You better learn how to test things out to find out what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? See, why did you sleep and dream a certain way? Why do you think a certain way? Why don't you go to, when all your friends want to go this direction, why do you always want to go that direction? It's not by accident. You probably been shielded. You know what I'm saying? You probably are wondering like, I never really was a party girl, or I never was, why I don't like that? Because you're being protected. You're being protected. And a lot of people who've been partying and chilling and stuff like that throughout their life, they really don't got no real beautiful life to boast about. So you practicing your discipline to protect yourself is a great thing, because you do not want to be the type of person where you're in your 30s and your 40s and you've been partying and you're asking yourself, what did I do with my life? Where are all the good men at? Where are all the good women at? You know what I'm saying? You want to be the one that's protected and that lives a life full of peace. You know, don't allow the party girls to finesse you. You know, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people are like, oh, I just want to try it out, see what the fuss is. There's certain things you can try, certain things you can't come back from. There's certain things you just cannot come back from. So, you know, you want to have a good time at home. You know what I'm saying? Know who you having a good time with. Don't just go out with people who just you work with, or, you know, you never know. Because it's what's sad is I just see so many people finessing themselves right out of a pure life, and then in their late 30s and their 40s and their 50s, probably in their 60s, Now they want answers. Forget that. You get answers now. So you don't have to go through the same thing that these people are going through, and now they're lost. They're so lost they don't even know where they are at. They're so lost. And you can be lost with money, you can be lost with status, you can be lost with title, all that, but you better protect yourself, keep your soul, keep your good sense about you. Because that's the greatest thing you can have, is your good sense. And just be patient. Perseverance is going to be the key. That's going to be the shining light to all the things that you ever want in life, is your perseverance. And don't be tempting God where you're like, if you do this for me, I'll do this. Or nah, just relax. Keep growing. Because everything is all connected. You watching this video it's part of your destiny. Me making this video is part of your destiny. What do you call it? All the little moments, it's all a part of your destiny. The moments whether you just reading books and studying and learning and examining and practicing and praying and working out and just chilling and just relaxing. You might have a friend here, you might have 2 friends there, you might lose 1 friend. All that's part of your journey. But the most important part about it is you have to protect and fight for your peace. Protect and fight for your sanity. Protect and fight for your purity. Notice all these videos, these TikToks and YouTube videos where all the women, all they can really do is just dance. Is that you? Is that the best? Is that you mean to tell me that's the best you can offer the world? When you put a camera on you, is you dancing? And that's, yeah, they it's not even them. It's that spirit that's making them, that's rocking them to spirit, rocking them right to sleep. And everybody think, oh, it's all fun and games, just dance. No, they being rocked straight to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody who's been reading and studying and praying and like that, they're not going to just sit there and just record themselves just dancing, doing foolish stuff. They won't feel the need to have to entertain people on that level. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with dancing, having a good time. But I want you to peep out why everybody do the same thing. Why all these older women doing the same thing? Because they've been hijacked. Their spirit's been hijacked. So if you're on this journey and you've always been a little bit different, and you still got, if you still think you got your soul, Lord forbid, you haven't been hijacked. Good for you. Keep reading. Keep persevering. Keep praying, and keep growing. Never feel like you've plateaued. Always have an open mind, and have the balance of understanding good and evil. Know what those things, the attributes of what good and evil is about, so that you can understand the difference. Hope this was a good video for you. Peace.